Today on Ask This Old House.
She has a tablet, she has a music player, a fan, a light.
Everything plugs in here. I've got a brand new way of adding wiring to a room and dress it up at the same time.
Let me show you my daughter's room.
Wow, look at these ceilings, how tall they are.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. What's going on?
Well, she's a regular 12-year-old.
Yep, I have one of those too.
And she has a lot of appliances.
Okay, and like what?
She has a tablet, she has a music player, she has a fan, she has a light.
Okay.
And we only have one outlet.
All right, so everything plugs in here. I see there's cords too.
On everything.
All right. Well, I know there's finished space downstairs. What's above us?
We have a attic, but it's really, really small. I've been there once.
Okay.
It's insulated.
I'll take your word for that. So we can't get from down below or above, but I have a solution to get you some more power in this room. Let me grab it.
Wonderful.
Okay, Usman, let me show you what's inside your walls. This is a pretty good example of it. So there's a stud every 16 inches. To go horizontally is a challenge. Now, normally when I'm running outlets in a room, I like to go down into the basement or up into the attic with my wire. That way there, I can go anywhere I need to go, drop down into the new outlet. However, in your situation, we don't have that access. But these vertical studs, they are tough to get through. Sometimes what we do is we notch out the drywall or the plaster, drill out the stud, and go between them. One to the next, all the way around your room, so you'd have a bunch of patches and it wouldn't look great. Another option is this surface mounted box here. We would add it to the power source, and then we would take this raceway, go right on top of the drywall or plaster, and this raceway would go around the entire room. If we came to a doorway, we'd go up and over it, and everywhere we need an outlet, we drop down into it. It's an okay solution, but not the best in your case.
Yeah, not attractive.
So here's a new solution. This wireway gets mounted right on the wall, and it runs around the entire room. And we go up, over, down to the next outlet, up, over, down to the next outlet. Anywhere we need power, we can do it there. What do you think?
It's exciting, but not too beautiful right now.
No, so they give you this crown molding cover. It's plastic on the back. It snaps right in, and then it's wood crown molding on the front. Gets mounted to the wall. What do you think of that?
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But I hear that crown molding is difficult to install.
Normally, crown molding's for Tommy to install, but this manufacturer really simplifies the installation, and we can get this done today.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, cool. We'll get started by snapping a chalk line all the way around the room, about 3 inches down. This will be a guide to mount our track to. With the power turned off, we're going to drill a hole in the track to fish a wire up from the existing outlet to feed our new outlet. This will all be hidden later by the crown molding. And now we can start running wire around the room, dropping down the wall wherever we need to add a new outlet. At the new outlet location, we fish 2 wires. One is the feed from the existing power, the other will send power to the next outlet on the circuit. All the plastic wireway is installed around the perimeter of the room. We went from outlet to outlet to outlet. I added 4 additional outlets, which will give you a total of 5. You think that'll be enough for your daughter?
I hope so. If not, we're in trouble.
All right. So remember I told you the crown molding would be a breeze to snap in?
Yeah.
Look at this. So this goes up like this, one piece,
Right.
snaps right in, right to left, real simple. When you come over here to the corner, they give you a pre-made corner, just like this, and that just snaps in like such. It goes up there like that. What do you think?
Beautiful.
All right. Now on this really long wall here, they don't make the pieces long enough, so we need to put in a keystone where they join together. So we make a straight cut, and we snap the keystone right in here like that. Bingo.
Very nice.
So on all the corners we have straight cuts, and all the keystones we have straight cuts. No angles, no miters.
Beautiful.
Before we close this up, I want to seal these holes with some flexible putty. To make up this outlet, we tie the grounds together and use this special wire nut with a hole in the top. One wire comes through the hole and ties onto the green ground screw on the outlet. These outlets are designed for feed in, feed out. Feed in from the power supply, feed out to the next outlet. So both white wires go on the silver screws and both black wires go on the brass screws. Over here behind the desk, we're going to install this outlet that also has 2 USB charging ports for tablets and phones. Okay, power is back on. Everything's working. What do you think?
Oh, it's amazing, Scott. Beautiful.
It looks really nice. And we had this one area right here that needs to be painted still. However, I'll take this one little area than to have to do this every 16 inches, make a hole around the entire room.
No,
Don't
I
you
agree.
agree?
I
Yeah,
totally
and you get
agree.
some nice crown molding out of it too.
I agree. It's a nice touch.
You know what? That's a pretty good solution for running that electrical wire all throughout that room.
It was, and it's not just for the electrical wire. You can run internet, you can do speaker, coax for TV, and thermostat.
Once you got that chase, right, anything can go in there.
Yeah, and that PVC chase, I was comfortable with. I've done a lot of that, but boy, when it came into the woodworking, I was looking for some advice for you, but it was simple.
You've done that before, right, Tom?
When doing a crown molding, it can be a little bit overwhelming because you don't know how to hold the crown molding and the orientation when you're cutting it on the saw. There's a couple of different ways you can do the corner. You can miter each piece and put them together up against the ceiling and the wall.
Right. In that case, you'll have a little triangular opening here, and the wire will still run behind that around the corners, which is the fussy part.
Exactly. But in a lot of cases, people like to take a piece of crown molding and they cope the joint. So think of this as the ceiling and the wall, and you have a piece of crown molding first. You start off with square that butts against the wall, and then you have another piece again that you have to miter and hold, and you cope the piece. So when you put it up, you have a miter joint that's nice and tight,
That's cool.
but you don't have a void to go through to the corner.
So if you want to go with a coped corner, can you not use the crown as a chase?
No, you can still use it, but you take the square cut and you just remove the corner, so you have the piece that butts to the wall, but you relieved it up from the top. So now when you take that cope piece and you put it in place, you now have a chase that will allow you to run the wire around the room.
You got to fix for everything, don't you? So we've got a solution if the electrician is hanging the crown,
Yeah.
and we've got a solution if the carpenter's hanging the crown.
Absolutely.
All right, good information, guys.